What I like about you, DaBaby, is your style. You know, anybody who at some point decide they want to rap, you know, you got to create or develop a style.
For sure.
When did you first decide, okay, I want to rap, and what was the style like prior to how it's evolved today?
It was 5 years ago.
Okay.
I was like 21, 22. It was really like right before I turned 22. I was 21. And I hadn't even been rapping or none of that. Like, you know what I mean? I wasn't rapping at all. The way I used to, like, dress in the cars I had, like, and I had stayed in, like, a condo downtown. Just the way my appearance, people always used to ask me, was I a rapper? You get what I'm saying? And I'm going in the gas station by Backwoods. And you rap or something? The cashier, you get what I'm saying? To somebody like, nah, I don't rap. What you mean I rap, man? I don't rap. You know what I mean? I used to, like, take offense to that. Like, I don't compare me to no rapper. You know what I mean? Like, and then I just ended up, you know, but I'm riding around listening to music while I'm making my plays every day while I'm doing what I'm doing all day, every day. And I'm like, bro, I could do that. You know what I mean? Like, so I hollered at my people. And I'm like, man, put me on to somebody, a producer that make beats. I want my beats made for me. I want everything like original. You know what I mean? This from the jump. This was me never recording in the studio, in the real studio. And I got in there. I had dropped the bag. They taxed the hell out of me. They both probably made something. He middleman. The nigga that recorded it made something. You know what I mean? They wanged me. They taxed me. And I ended up keeping one. The first song I ever did, though, it was a hit at the time. It was a song I had called Baby Jesus.
Baby Jesus.
It's the first song I ever recorded.
Wow.
And the rest of them I didn't use. I didn't use none of the other ones that I recorded out of the group of songs that I recorded for the little bag I dropped. And then I got with other people, more genuine people that like developed the sound with me. Them the ones that staying up all night. They sleeping in their studio. They don't even got nothing. You know what I mean? Like I developed the sound with them. You know what I mean? And then, I dropped the project like after rapping for like a month. Dropped the project on my own. Got the cover art done from the beginning. I've been doing content. I still got content before I ever dropped the song. I was doing content like before I dropped the
what
first
kind of
project
content
ever.
though? What you doing?
Just Instagram videos, just whatever. If I'm sitting on top of my car outside the studio, letting them know I'm about to start rapping, you know what I mean? Like shit like that. I still got it. You know what I mean? I'm about to put it together and put it out there, you know what I mean? But just nonstop content. I would go to the club, slide the DJ some money, have him play the song, had a cameraman record me in the DJ booth, record me, you know what I mean, throwing a little money to the strippers with my song playing, you get what I'm saying? I put it on Instagram with the name of the song. I just nonstop content from day one, you know what I mean? And it just turned into what it turned into. I started moving around, nonstop promo, posters, stickers, T-shirts. Me and 20, 30 people with the T-shirt with my logo on it everywhere we went. You know what I mean? All over the place traveling.
You were there at this time too?
No. I hadn't even met Lil Bray yet. And then I got with Arnold Taylor at I was probably like what, a year and a half, 2 years in when I got with you, bro. I got with big bro Arnold Taylor, and he put the business aspect to it. That's when we came with South Coast Music Group, and I signed with him. He already knee deep in radio. He started running me around with radio. I started establishing relationships with a lot of radio stations when I was still at like 7,000 followers or something like that. So a lot of these people that I swing back around and see, like I met them before. Like when my record went number one, with Sugar number one, I knew everybody.
You
like
already
the radio
knew.
room. Yeah, I knew. I've been to it. I had seen them like 4 times. You know what I mean? But yeah, I just started establishing relationships and with the right people, and I just continue to do what I do, like on the street side, as far as just guerrilla promos, just everywhere. Like I'm hopping out everywhere. I still got CDs. You get what I'm, swear I put a diaper on. You get what I'm saying?
I remember that. Yeah.
Like I don't play like that. Like I'm gonna get through there. You get what I'm saying?
The state of the music industry is designed to rip off an artist. That's what I believe. I believe that when the check gets handed to an artist, the check is normally not right. The first person that told me this was Nelly. Nelly told me, you know, you got to learn how to do this thing called an audit. And I was like, what is that? And then he was like, man, you got to get a lawyer. And so I searched, I found Jay-Z's auditor, right? And then this guy went and said, I'll do it for, you know, I'm not going to charge you up front. I'm going to take a piece. And I was like, okay. So he goes and he finds over $600,000 that the label hid for me. So I was like, wait a second. Is this the way it always is? He's like, yeah, you got to keep on doing this. So I realized all my peers didn't know this, that, you know, I got into the music industry and thought that when you have a song that's number one, that it just goes magically because your song's good. It's paid. Like, payola is not supposed to be like a thing, but it's real. Like, I had to pay a lot of money to get my record to number one. And I started looking at the music industry differently, and all
where an artist finds out later on that the paperwork said things they didn't know it said. And obviously at the time they signed the paperwork, they were in a different circumstance financially, and they was just young and trying to rap. Is there any piece of you that feels like you got duped in this situation?
I mean, I don't want to say duped. I just want to say, like, you just got to be very protective of yourself, and you got to, have a good team around you, and just make sure that everybody have your best interests at heart. I mean, you young, you hungry, you want to take care of your people. That's all your mind on at the time. And then you get to a certain status, and it's like, okay, I'm taking care of my people. Everybody good. We all in a good position. Let's just all eat properly. So
And fairly.
Yeah. So that's where we at.
What made you not give up? Because
I thought I was so ill and I was in love with the game.
Right, but it had to be something to make you say I'm gonna stick with it. Like it had to be
It's that.
Wow.
It's that thing that's like, man, I'm so obsessed with it, and I have to fuck proving y'all wrong. I had to prove myself right. I couldn't sleep with the fact of giving up. Not when I know that I could do it.
But what taught you consistency though? Like the idea of I need to do it in this form.
Before you answer him, let me just tell you something. Because the person from my era, the reason why you guys are genius from your era is y'all understood the artist to consumer. Consumer relationship. We didn't know that. In my day, it's like trying to bag what you're saying. In my day, we had to actually go to a label to find our audience.
Which is why the quality was so much better, because there was gatekeepers, and it wasn't so easy to just get on. So there's pros and cons of both days, because back then, for you to even be heard by me at 7 years old, you had to be ill. You know what I'm saying? Now it's just kind of like, he could upload a song. The camera guy. No offense, he might be fired, but you could upload. You know
in Minnesota, and
anyone can
have a meeting in New York by Tuesday.
But I learned from my mistakes. I learned from, I dropped 11 projects that I feel like are fire, but they didn't do anything. And so I had to take a step back and understand, why didn't they do anything? It wasn't the what, which is the music, it was the how. It was how I was putting them out. Because one of those songs on my 8th mixtape is gold.
How it was being consumed.
How I was delivering it.
Right.
Because you can't tell me that a song that is now gold, that was off my 8th of 11 mixtapes, wasn't fire then. It was the same song. It was just that it didn't have the light on it. So I had to go and figure out how to garner attention. And I knew albums at that point, after 11 times, that was not it. So I was like, cool. I noticed that whenever an artist dropped an album on SoundCloud, the first song had the most plays. And they would go down by that. The second song had less, third less, and then one might stick out because it's a big feature. But it was usually the first song had the most plays. So I was
first song on the playlist
whatever it is,
page.
Playlist, album. Yeah, when an artist would drop an album, the first song had the most plays. So I learned, I was like, okay, cool. That just means that everyone is down to listen to one song. So I'll just drop one song over and over again until it blows up.